welcome back to my channel, Turnips to Tangerines, and today we are going to be making venison burgers in our air fryer. I have my air fryer on 380 degrees and I'm just preheating it for about 5 minutes or so. So in here I have about, I'd say, 1.5 pounds of ground venison, and it's ground with a little bit of fat, I believe. I don't know what kind he uses. It's a friend of my husband's. But venison is very lean, so you know that you have to remember when you cook it. Even if you cook it on a pan or on the grill, it tends to get dried out. So I got to add a little bit of moisture to it. So I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Just, you know, kind of go back and forth here a little bit. And then I'm going to add about a half of a very small onion, diced fine. And then I'm going to add about 2 cloves of garlic that I minced. Oh. And I'm also going to add, for flavoring, a little bit of fresh parsley. Throw that in, plus I had some, so I might as well use it. And then over here I have some diced turkey bacon that I already fried up. And I'm going to add that too for flavoring and a little bit of moisture also. And then on top of all this, shake that around, I'm going to add 1 egg just to combine it, keep it all together there, bind it together so it holds together good. So I'm going to get a paper towel in here. And then as far as seasonings go, I'm going to add just a little bit of a few shakes of Worcestershire sauce, just a little bit like that. There isn't much left here, so that's probably the end of that. That's pepper. My husband likes a lot of pepper, so I will add quite a bit of that, and he can add more too. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'll add half a teaspoon here since there is, well, no, I'll add a teaspoon. There. Teaspoon garlic powder. Teaspoon of onion powder. And this is a half a teaspoon here, so if you're wondering why I'm adding 2, that's why. And I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. You like salt too, so. And then I'm going to add a couple drops here of Texas Pete, just to give it a little oomph. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, whatever. Here we go. That's good. I don't really measure that. He likes it, so. And then I'm going to add just about a teaspoon of this Keen's hot mustard that my girlfriend sends me. She lives in Canada, and she always sends it to me, and it just adds a little zing. You don't really notice it, but it's there. And I love it. I love it. She always sends it to me all the time, and I'm always thankful for that because I go through it really quickly. So now I'm going to use my hands, which are clean, of course, and I'm going to smush it up. And there we go. Smush it up. Right, Larry? Right there, Bear? Just to bind it maybe a little better. Some cracker crumbs if you wanted to, but you don't have to. Then we're, you know, leaning more towards a meatloaf burger, I guess you would say. So there we go. I'm just going to let that sit here and rest a minute. And I'm going to go wash my hands. And then we're going to make them into patties. And I got to take that off of there. So we will be right back here, right, Larry? I'll wash this off of my hands so I can take the top off of that. There. There we go there. Good job, Larry. Good boy, Larry. He's helping again today. My helper, Larry. Larry the Boston Terrier. Okay, now what I'm going to do, yes, go like that. I'm just going to put this down here like that on my air fryer. Okay. And, oh, wait else. Here, wipe my hands off again. Itchy on my nose. There we go. There. Now we're going to make the patties. And we don't want to make them like super big, but I'm just going to make 2 patties to put in here. So that's all I'm going to do. And the rest I will, if my husband wants me to make 2 more patties, I will. But you can really only get 2 good patties, I think, in your air fryer, at least in mine. Without, you know. You just kind of, you know, go like this. That's how I, as my husband calls them, my hockey pucks. That's how I make those. You just kind of go like that. And spin this around. And we'll make a couple more here, see? We just want to lightly press them together here. You don't want to be mushing it around. The more you work your hamburger when you're making any kind of burger, hamburger, venison burger, turkey burger, whatever, the more you fool around with it, the tougher it gets. So you got to remember that. People sit there sometimes and, you know, beat them and play with them, you know. They're not balls, you know. So, there we go. There. Now, kind of don't let those touch if you can help it. And wipe my hands. Again, the old paper towel here. Thank God for that. Here we go. And then I'm going to set this aside. And we're going to put the burgers in. I think I'm going to try put them in at 10 minutes. And I can always come back and peek at them. It's better to start them off slow than too high, I think. I'm just going to kind of wipe that off. There we go. Okay, there we go. Turn that on. We have 380. And what did I say? Well, let's do 8 minutes one side. And now we're going to take out our burgers, venison burgers. They cooked for 10 minutes on one side. So I'm going to flip them carefully over. And there we go. And we will let those cook on the other side here for another, I'd say 10 minutes. Because they look like they're just coming along really nice, so. And there's a peek, if you can see them. I don't know if you can or not. And here we go. We're going to put those back in again for another 10 minutes at 380 degrees. And there they go.